welcome to the second part in the Google Calendar API series. In the previous video, we had looked at how to get all the calendar events from your Google Calendar into your spreadsheet using the API and some app script. In this video, we're going to be creating calendar events using the API and app script. So the first thing that we're going to be doing is creating a new sheet in the big spreadsheet. And we're going to be adding some event details like the title, the name, start time, date, and location and description. And then we're going to write some app script code and we're going to be adding all the events to our Google Calendar. So let's get started. This is the sheet that we had used in the previous video. We're just going to go ahead, create another sheet here and name it say create underscore events. And we're going to be adding all the details, which we're just going to copy the same thing from here, just the headers and maybe the events. Just going to copy it from here, go in here and paste the events here. So now what we're going to be doing in this video is we're going to be taking all these event details and transferring them to the Google Calendar. And now we're going to go to the tools, open the script editor. In this part, we don't need to add the API again as it's already added in the same project. We're going to go down here and we're going to create another function called create underscore events. And we're going to go here, open it. We're going to start by the same way we're going to be getting the spreadsheet. We're going to do SS. If you want, you can pass the variables that you created above into the function and do it, but it's always good to have them new. I'm going to get the active spreadsheet again. I'm going to close it. We're going to get variable sheet. I'm going to do the same thing, SS.get sheet by name. I'm going to go back to the sheet here and copy the name and paste it here, close the bracket. Now we're going to be approaching this in a different way. We're going to be getting the last row from here by using the sheet dot get last row, and then we're going to be getting the data. So we're going to create a variable called variable data and do sheet dot get range. I'm going to use the get range command and say we're going to be starting from A1. We're going to get all of this. I'm going to start A1. If you want, you can use the 1 comma. You can start from the second column, first column, and then get the last row. But doing this is a more easier way. I'm going to do E here, and now we have got the last row there. So we're going to just put the last row variable, and then we're going to get values, and we're going to close the bracket. So now all the values from the sheet have got stored in the data variable. We're going to be doing the same thing. We're going to be using a for loop and then iterating through each of them using the bracket I index, and we're going to get all the event details and then pass it on to the calendar. The next thing that we're going to be doing is getting the calendar. We're going to do variable cal, use the calendar app and get the calendar by ID. Do the same thing. I'm going to be showing you once again how to get the calendar ID. Go to your calendar, select your specific calendar, go to the settings and sharing, scroll down to the integrate calendar, and you can see the calendar ID here. Go ahead, copy this, go back to your app script editor, put the link and close it. And I'm just going to hit save. And if you want to say check that you got all the data correctly, just going to do a logger.log and print out the data. Select the correct function, create events, and hit the run button. You can see name of the event, start time, date, end time. Now say you don't want the headers for it. We're going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and change it to A2. So it starts from the second row. I'm going to go back here, click run and check out the log. You can see event number 1, the date, start date is there, the end date, followed by the location and the description. Now let's create the for loop that we're going to be using to iterate through all the data that is there in the sheet. So we're going to create another variable called variable I, declare it to 0. It's going to start from 0 as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the same thing we're going to be doing again, I.data length. So this is going to iterate through the length. So this is three rows, so it's going to go 3 times. I'm going to do data.length again and I++. So it keeps going to the next one. I'm going to open it and close it here. And we're going to be doing the same thing that we did previously here. We're just going to create the variables here, but we're going to be doing this in a different way. We won't be creating any variables this time. We're going to be directly using the index array that we're going to be using. I'll show it to you. The first I'm going to just write down some index values here for it, which will give you a better understanding of what I'm going to be trying to do here. Here you can see these are all the indexes that are starting from 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to create a variable called variable events, and we're going to be using the the calendar that we created cal, and we're going to be using the create event function. And now we're going to be passing all the data through it. Here you can see on the top right here, it's saying first one has to come as the title, followed by the start time and the end time, and then the extra stuff such as the location and description. So we're going to be passing the variable here, say that is called data I and 0. I'm going to open the bracket and close it. So this data I dot 0, while it's going through the for loop, it's going to be taking, so the first iteration that is going to be passing through is going to be this one. It's going to get the title for this. After this one is added to the calendar, it's going to go to the next one. So the I will become 2 in that. It's going to go to the second one. It's going to add it. Same thing is going to go to the third. This I is powered by the data.length function. So we're going to be doing that. And after we add the title, it's time to add the date. So to add the date, we need to use the new function followed by the date, and we're going to pass the same variable in the form of an array is I.1, that is the start time, the index 1. If you want, you can create the variables too, but I find for this example we're going to be using this. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to again add data. The start time was 1, so the end time is going to be the variable number 2. And to add locations and description, that is called the options. I'll be leaving the calendar API documentation in the description. You can check it out for more details. And we're going to be doing location. So the location variable is going to be data.3. So it's going to be data I, and then we're going to add 3 here. And the last one is going to be description. We need to type in the word description, and you can add data I and 4. Just close the bracket here. Gonna take this up, close the bracket and add the semicolon, and we have completed our code here. And in the after, we're going to close out the for loop here. We're just going to add a small confirmatory message saying all the events have been added to the calendar. I'm going to do logger.log, and I'm going to say events have been added to the calendar. Just going to close it, hit the save button, select the create events button, and this is the thumb here. Let's just go ahead and click the run button. See the execution started, it's printed, events have been added to the calendar. Let's go and check it out in the calendar. Here you can see the events have been added here. Event number 1 is the California, USA. This event is number 1, and this has been added this at here. So all the events have been added here, event 1, event number 2. So this is all for this video. I hope you have understood how to create events from a Google Sheet and add them to the Google Calendar using the API and some app script. I'll be leaving the sheet link and the code link in the description if you want to work with it. In the next video, we're going to be seeing how to add Google Meet links to the events that you create using the API and some app script. I'll see you in the next one.